Hey guys, it's Rob here, and Nintendo just confirmed some pretty fantastic news when it comes to Kirby Air Riders. Make sure you guys leave a like if you guys enjoyed this video, and of course subscribe for more, and let's get into the news. Nintendo held their Kirby Air Riders Nintendo Direct, and it looks fantastic. I think we can all say that this game is definitely a lot bigger than we initially thought, or at least as I thought anyways. One thing that a lot of people don't like nowadays when it comes to new game reveals is that people are already planning the DLC, the people behind the games, and it feels like they just cut content from the main game to sell it to you at a later date, and a lot of people just don't like that. It just doesn't sit right with people. It doesn't sit right with me. I mean, that is one of the criticisms of Pokemon Legends ZA, but it seems that Kirby Air Riders is a bit different. So VGC has an article, and it says, Kirby Air Riders director Masahiro Sakurai says that the game won't be getting any DLC and won't be followed by a sequel. Now, I do have to say, the sequel thing is a bit disappointing. I would like to see a sequel after this game is done and out. I don't want this series to just go off and die out, you know, that would kind of suck. Especially if this game ends up being really fantastic. But with that being said, let's read through this article. Sakurai's previous title, Super Smash Bros. Ultimate, continued to receive downloadable content for nearly 3 years after its release, including 12 extra playable characters. And that's one thing that I do like when companies do, is when they release the game and then later they end up doing DLC. I don't like it when they cut content out of that. I'd much rather have them have that DLC be made after the game was out. But in any case, let's continue. This won't be the case for Kirby Air Riders, however, which will be released as a standalone finished product according to Sakurai, while including an hour-long Kirby Air Riders Direct, which broke down the game in great detail. Sakurai explained that its existence was made possible because fans wanted to see it happen, and that was the resulting game is a completed work. Now, this was his direct words. In this day and age, creating a game and bringing it to life takes a surprising amount of effort, he said, but I think that's reflected in the final product, so I hope you enjoy it. I do believe the passionate support from fans was a big reason why this game was made. You have to spend time and money to make games, so those wishes aren't always granted. Knowing that, I'm grateful both for the support shown to the previous game, and thanks to that support and efforts of a great many people, we were able to make this game a reality. He then added, just so you know, we're not planning any DLC. Everything is here. Also, I'm not planning on making this an ongoing series. I've thrown everything I have into this game from the start, so I hope you don't miss this opportunity. Now, they also confirmed that there's going to be a global test ride which will take place for Kirby Air Riders next month. A free demo, by the way, which will be active from the 8th to the 9th of November, and also November 15th to the 16th, so we're definitely going to have to check that out and maybe even stream it. Now, the release date for Kirby Air Riders on the Nintendo Switch 2 is going to be on November 7th, and it's going to be $70 US. And now that I got you really happy that it's going to be a complete game, let me completely strike you down with the prices of the amiibos, because they do have amiibos that were announced for Kirby Air Riders, and the prices are really pricey. I don't like the prices. So Meta Knight plus Shadow Star is going to be available on March 5th, 2026. King DDD plus Tank Star, which if you guys saw the trailer, that transformation for that boss was crazy. But anyways, the release date for that hasn't been out yet, but it will be available in 2026. Now, Chef Kawasaki is also going to be available in 2026 as well. Now, the price for a lot of these amiibos are pretty pricey. Kirby's is $50, and of course there was another one revealed that was $50 as well, but that seems to be the price point that they're going with. I mean, you look at the Bandana Waddle, and that's also $50, so I'm assuming the one that they recently announced at the Nintendo Direct is also going to be $50. The fact that these are $50, in my personal opinion, is absolutely ridiculous. While I absolutely love that they're putting everything into the game that they can and making it a complete package, the fact that they're also charging $50 for Amiibo is just ridiculous. That's almost a full game, and in some cases, it is a full game. On top of a $70 game, that's just my personal opinion on the price of the Amiibos. While it is, again, fantastic that they're putting their all into this one game and they're giving you a complete package, I still think it shouldn't be $50. They need to cut that price probably in half, I would say. I'm still excited for the game, but I will probably not be picking these up because they're so expensive and because they're an add-on and you don't need it to actually play the game, so there's that as well. Doesn't make the price okay, but at least I can still play the game and enjoy the game in its full without having to have a $50 amiibo to play it, you know? But yeah, moving on to the next topic. According to Nintendo of America's tweet, this is what they said. On November 27th, Mario will take to the skies of New York City at Macy's parade in commemoration of the 40th anniversary of the original Super Mario Bros. Game. here's the first look at the 3D model of the Mario balloon, which is pretty cool. I mean, I've never really watched the Macys Parade, so this might be like the first time I actually end up watching it specifically for this. But yeah, just some pretty cool small news. Now we have some pretty fantastic news for Final Fantasy fans, so, you know, fantastic news for me. So one thing that I think a lot of us were wondering when it comes to the third part of the Final Fantasy VII series of the remakes is that, is it going to be coming to the Nintendo Switch 2? And this also leads to other things like Kingdom Hearts coming to the Nintendo Switch 2 as well, which is very exciting because I really hope they put those dang games physical on the Nintendo Switch. We need those games physical. Anyways, this is about Final Fantasy. So Stealth40k over on Twitter has this to say, and I'm probably going to butcher this name. Naoki Hamaguchi says that Nintendo fans have nothing to worry about with regards to Rebirth and the third game. Nintendo players in the future, you really don't need to worry at all. They're going to get a version that is just as satisfying and just as high quality as the first game, if not higher, which that's actually pretty interesting if it looks better and runs better than the other game. You would think as you get on, there's going to be more and more demanding games, but if it runs better than the other ones, that's pretty interesting. But yeah, this is really fantastic news because eventually I do want to own these on the Nintendo Switch 2. I own them on the PS5, but it would be really great to own them on the Nintendo Switch 2 as well, just for that portability aspect. Unless, you know, PlayStation comes out with a handheld that runs these games digitally, which I have it on the disc, so that wouldn't make any sense anyways. But anyways, this really does make me wonder, like, are they going to eventually bring those Kingdom Hearts games to the Nintendo Switch 2? And when Kingdom Hearts 3 comes out, or not 3, Jesus, Kingdom Hearts 4. Did I say Kingdom Hearts 3 in the beginning? I might have said Kingdom Hearts 3. I meant Kingdom Hearts 4. When they bring Kingdom Hearts 4 to the Nintendo Switch 2 and all the platforms, I'm hoping they actually do bring it physically. No cloud jankiness. I don't want to see that. Matter of fact, I don't even want to see any cloud games on the Nintendo Switch 2 at all, because that was just horrible. And moving on to the next topic, it seems that we do have some Pikmin news as well. So on Nintendo.com, this is what they had to say. Pikmin 4 sprouts a free update on Nintendo Switch this November, adding Decor Pikmin and more. So they're adding new Pikmin to Pikmin 4, Decor Pikmin. This was originally seen apparently in Pikmin Bloom. It's the app, if you guys were wondering on that. And they also will be adding a new creature activity level. So apparently this is going to be a new mode, and this was the description of that. Move at your own pace and enjoy a new relaxed mode where creatures won't attack you unless you attack them, or kick things up a notch with a fiery fierce mode. These modes can be selected when starting a new game or changed at any point after the game settings. With that being said, guys, if you enjoyed this video, make sure you guys leave a like. It really does help push the video, and of course subscribe if you want my next Nintendo news video to be kept up on all the leaks, the rumors, and the news, of course. Thanks for watching, guys, and I will see you guys in the next video. Take care.